Okay, I'm just going to say this right off the bat. This Escalation of Freedom update is disappointing. I remember seeing the initial trailer for the update and being so fucking hyped. I woke up at 6 a.m., tired as shit, I didn't want to go to work, and then immediately I woke up like so fast after seeing this beautiful trailer. I literally couldn't stop thinking about the update after that. As a bug diver, I couldn't wait to fight the new Impaler, the Alpha Commander, and Spore Charger. And the Larva mission, that shit looked absolutely incredible. And then the foggy jungle had so much aura to it. The Mega Nest looked absolutely wild. And Super Helldive sounded like something that people had to perfectly coordinate in order to beat. However, when the update actually came out and I got to experience it, it was genuinely underwhelming to me. And I'm going to tell you why. Now, don't get me wrong. When I saw the nerfs of the Firebreaker, I wasn't surprised at all. I'd been saying before the update that Firebreaker was probably going to get a nerf. However, when I saw how they nerfed it, I was mind blown. 2 whole magazines being taken away is insane. They also added more recoil to it, which, by the way, didn't do jack shit. And even worse, the flamethrower nerf made it basically unusable against bugs, when it was the main weapon against charger spam. Yes, I know that you can still burn the charger's butt, but it just doesn't hit the same as the OG flamethrower. And now, you low-key have to use a stun grenade on the charger in order for it to work well. Now, don't get me wrong. ArrowHead did give us some good buffs. The Slugger feels good now. The Grenade Pistol rework is amazing. They buffed the AR Guard Dog. The Orbital, Walking Barrage, and 120 Barrage also received good buffs. In my opinion, though, the best change is the Orbital Scatter being removed. I love using Orbitals, so I thought this was fantastic. Trust me when I say this, guys, Orbitals are still slept on. Also, the nerfed gunships removed intense heat from acid planets and also introduced a new kicked player system, which I think are all great. However, the negatives are just too glaring. Nerfing fire damage into the ground before adding a new difficulty and a new fire-based warbond is genuinely a horrible decision by ArrowHead, and I don't understand the path they are taking. The reasoning is also super dumb, with them saying that a flamethrower shouldn't be able to just burn through armor because that isn't realistic, even though the bugs decompose into oil, which is flammable. Arrowhead, if you really cared about realistic, then how come when I stun a charger, it's still able to turn around sometimes just in place? Arrowhead also doesn't seem to understand that the main reason why so many people are using the Firebreaker against bugs is because the other weapons aren't nearly as usable as the Firebreaker. This is especially the case with ARs. Why not buff all the AR magazine sizes as well to make them more viable so that these ARs can be able to compete with the Firebreaker? Arrowhead, you could have just added 10 more bullets per mag to each AR and they probably would have been much more viable against the bugs, especially the Adjudicator and the Tenderizer. Same thing with the Flamethrower. Instead of taking away its fire capabilities entirely, why not just increase its time to kill by like 33% and buff other anti-tank weapons? For example, giving Spear or Recoilless Rifle more rockets in its backpack, or reducing the cooldown on Commando and Eat even more. I really hope Arrowhead soon realizes that buffing weapons that people don't use instead of nerfing the weapons that people do use will make the game a lot more fun and bring in a larger player base again. Arrowhead, you better lock the fuck in, or else I'm going to go play Space Marine, which comes out next month. Now, some key additions in the new update are the new Larva mission and Mega Nest. I thought these would be insanely fun. However, after playing them a few times, they're honestly pretty forgettable to me. The Larva mission is some boring side objective that gets done in like 3 minutes max, because usually this objective is close to extraction. The Mega Nest is not as disappointing because it definitely offers a challenge. However, the reward for clearing that challenge is terrible. The reward you get for clearing this nest is an egg, which you have to bring back to extraction after getting it. This egg is only worth 4 rare samples and 2 super samples, which in my opinion is barely worth the victory of defeating the Mega Nest. They should have made this egg at least 8 rare samples and 4 super samples. I think then it would feel much more rewarding to defeat the Mega Nest. I'm honestly more angry about the Larva mission because the potential for this mission is insane. They could have had the Larva mission be a main objective, put it inside a Mega Nest, and put this Mega Nest as far away from extraction as possible. Furthermore, a bunch of nests should have been put in the path to this Mega Nest. This way, you would have to fight your way through a bunch of nests next to each other, defeat the Mega Nest, grab the larvae, and then defend extraction from the horde of bugs trying to get it back. Clearly, the devs got lazy with this Larva mission, and I think it's a massive waste of potential. This Larva mission could have revolutionized bugs and made it so much more fun. Another element of the new update is the new enemies that you get to face. Now, I would like to say that the Spore Charger is a fantastic idea. I think it's super cool to have a charger that makes the area around it hard to see while charging at you. Additionally, it also explodes with massive AoE damage when killed. I think the Alpha Commander is also another great addition. The warriors it spawns are a super cool concept, and I think it's a great step forward for ArrowHead. Unfortunately, the Impaler is a big step back. The main reason why I usually stay away from bots, unless it is a major order, is because of the constant stagger that I receive from bots, which makes it incredibly unfun to play. This is especially the case with things such as heavy devastators, which can stagger you so much you don't have time to stim or get away. With bugs, the stagger you get can come from a lot of sources, but they are easy to kill and don't stagger you constantly, such as hunters and stalkers. However, with the introduction of the Impaler, the stun that I despise on bots is now on bugs. The second I see the tentacles, I immediately get mad. I would love to make a beeline for where the Impaler is if it wasn't for the fact that there are a trillion bugs in my way that I have to fight off with my nerfed weapons. Furthermore, while I'm fighting those bugs, the Impaler is free to stagger me all at once. The problem is further amplified because the Impaler's attack intervals are very short. Because these attack intervals are so short, you're pretty much going to be permanently staggered if you do not keep running away from the tentacles. I'm praying they increase the time between its tentacle strikes because it's absolutely ridiculous how fast it attacks you and how much stagger each attack has. Additionally, the range on this goddamn thing is basically infinite. I've had an Impaler chase me with its rape ropes all the way back to extraction from all the way across the map. Although I did complain a lot in this video, I would like to say that there are still some positive things with this new update. Although the Firebreaker and Flamethrower did get nerfed, it has made me adapt and find new weapons to use. I run Supply Pack all the time now, and I've discovered how insane Grenade Launcher and HMG are against bugs. I will be making a build video on those two weapons, so please stay tuned for those. Moreover, Super Helldive kind of forces you to have good team coordination. With the old Helldive and good weapons, I kind of just fucked around with my friends, often splitting up to do our own thing, and rarely had any trouble. With the new update, we actually do have to coordinate and work things out, which in my opinion has increased a lot of my enjoyment I've had with this game. Additionally, the Grenade Pistol rework, Slugger buff, and Orbital Scatter remover were all welcome additions into the game. If I were to give this update a grade, I would give it a B-. The update definitely does pass for me as a decent update, but just barely. I really hope that ArrowHead in the future just buffs useless weapons instead of nerfing the commonly used ones. I also hope that they actually take community feedback instead of just saying they are, and then do things that blatantly upset the community. Your actions speak louder than your words, ArrowHead. Anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed making it. It's kind of a spin-off of my usual gameplay content, but I really like Helldivers 2, and I had some things I just really wanted to talk about. If you enjoyed this video, please check out my other ones as well, and make sure to like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe. Have a great day.